Hello, Leo. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. I know that it has been quite a while since I have posted a video for you, and I thank you so much for returning to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. As always, I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet, release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Leo at this time, please? Messages for Leo at this time. This will be a retrograde reading for April 2024, or whenever this message finds you. What does Leo need to know during this time period, please? Thank you. Your first Akashic Tarot card, the Two of Scrolls, Two Worlds. So you're feeling stretched between the spiritual and the material world. The Three of Keys, the chess game. There's a situation, pardon me, situation going on around you that needs your attention right now. Your final card is a major arcana, the number 3, Archangel Gabriel. That's a beautiful card to receive as a final Akashic Tarot card, because Archangel Gabriel is a divine messenger of communication. And so this being a Mercury retrograde reading, communication, has to do with Mercury, and this loving angel carries a sacred truth into the world. And when this card appears, it indicates a profound connection with this presence. And your power of expression is on the rise for sure, Leo. You should have an easier time communicating with others, and that's not usually what happens. In a Mercury retrograde, it's usually communication is what's fouled up. And so for you, this doesn't seem to be the case right now. Projects involving communication, even, if you are in publishing, or even a tarot reader, any form of communication, counseling, teaching, anything like that is something that is on the rise for you right now. It's the time for this kind of thing for you, not the opposite during Mercury retrograde. Just remember the power of your words and call on Archangel Gabriel to inspire you. Because this is, as I said, this is a divine messenger of communication. And what do you want to share? That's what this card means. What do you want to share, and with whom? So we'll see how this relates to these other cards that you have received. On the bottom of this deck, the Akashic Field. Beautiful. This is all the information of the Akashic Field being open to you. You just have to tap into this, and you have all the answers to any question that you could possibly have, Leo. So investigate that, the Akashic Field. Read about that. Edgar Cayce. There's a website about the Akashic records. Find out about that. I'm going to clarify these Akashic Tarot cards with a few cards from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these beautiful messages for Leo. What are the clarifying messages at this time? Thank you. On the Two of Scrolls, Two Worlds, we had the Queen of Wands. On the Three of Keys, the chess game, the Ten of Cups. And on the Archangel Gabriel, the Four of Cups. On the bottom of this deck, the Hierophant. Definitely a time for going within, a Zen period, and retrogrades are a time of reflection, for certain, to reassess, to reevaluate, and that's, always good advice to think before you speak, to do your research before you act, and it's definitely a good time for all of us right now to reflect. I'm going to clarify a little bit further with some encouraging messages from the Divine Abundance Oracle. Again, I thank you, Leo, for returning to my channel. On the Two Worlds, Queen of Wands, courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. On the Three of Keys, the chess game, and the Ten of Cups, self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Some of us have to do that, Leo. And on Archangel Gabriel and the Four of Cups, freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card before. There is something that you're feeling less than happy about, that you want freedom from, and I'm feeling that you want to communicate this, that you're just to the point of disgust with it right now and just over it. So you can take that how it resonates, Leo. But right now you're feeling split between two worlds, and there's a monastery out the window here, and then you can see she has her spinning loom and things that she's picked here. It looks like fruit and whatnot, and then coins on the table. And so she's got a bountiful life, but she's also, the monastery out the window indicates, a spiritual longing. And so it could be that in past lives you have gone one way. You were on the spiritual path and you missed out on family and all those things of, that a secular life offers, or, and then in the next life, you took the secular path and you missed out on the feeling that the spirituality of life can bring you. And so there can be a balance. You can bring the spiritual into your everyday life, and you just have to figure out how to do that. And with the Queen of Wands showing up, for me, I'm feeling that is exactly what you are doing. And with it being further clarified by the Courage card, you just have to pay attention, Leo, to the steps that are shown. If there's something that's leading you in a more spiritual direction, then follow that, and a lot of people get caught up in monetary, and it being wrong, and you can be wealthy and still be spiritual. It's all in what you do with your finances and what you do with your money and how you help people. And you can help a lot of people, you know. It's easy to help when you have something to give, you know. It's great to be an upliftment, and I love to help people with my words, and I hope I can encourage people because that's all I have to give sometimes. But I really enjoy being able to help someone have clean water to drink, and maybe have a, you know, food, a source of income that they may not have had. And there are many ways to do that. But it's also just as simple as, you know, words of encouragement, giving someone a blanket. You know, there's many things that you can do. But anyway, my point is just that it's easier to give from a full cup than an empty cup. So don't beat yourself up. If you want to, you know, have a spiritual life, but you also want to live well, you know, there's nothing wrong with that if you're not living selfishly. The next card out for you is the Three of Keys, the chess game. And this card indicates that there could be someone around you who is not your friend, someone who is looking out for themselves. And you need to look around at the people around you in your life and, you know, what parts they are playing in your life. And perhaps if someone is actually being deceptive or deceitful, as difficult as that may be, it's time for you to take a step back, physically, emotionally, and just try to maintain an inner peace. As difficult as that is sometimes, the people around you are serving their own agendas, and so try to detach yourself from that as much as possible. There's a deeper wisdom within you that cannot be misled. So there may come a time for you to take action. You know, this is a chess board, but you have the opportunity to take your time and to distance yourself from a situation, because that time may not be here yet. Just let yourself be right now. Let yourself be during this retrograde period. Be as unemotional as you can and observe. Observe and just watch. And people will show themselves to you. That is one thing that is for certain. People will always show themselves to you in the end. So just take a look around you and see how you feel about the people around you. And seriously consider what you want your next move to be. Because this is being clarified by the Ten of Cups. And, you know, this is, of course, love, happiness, the little white picket fence, and everything that goes with it. Happiness, fulfillment, total love, contentment. So I have no doubt that this is on its way to you. If it's not already there, it may be that you just have to be a little bit strategic about some of the players in your game and in your life. And first and foremost is self-love. You have to take care of yourself, Leo, because no one else is going to do it. Love yourself first, truly, and that will show you the people. When you really love yourself, you will really see the people in your life for what they are. And whether they're there to love you truly or to just give you lip service. Narcissists are very crafty beings, and it's very sad that people use people for what they want and need in this world, but it happens. And so all you can do is just arm yourself, right? And loving yourself is the best way to do that. Your final card from the Akashic Tarot is the number 3, Archangel Gabriel, and I told you all about this card already. So there's something that you want to communicate with someone. Take this time during the Mercury retrograde to just think about what that is. Think about who it is and what it is that you want to communicate. And do it with love. Do it with love so that you can hold your head high and you can say you did the best that you could, and you even loved them when you were saying goodbye, So, again, I feel like this being clarified by the 4 of Cups, you just over this situation. Whatever it is, you're just disgusted with it. And I feel you. Freedom is the greatest gift, There's a lot of things that people need in this world, but when you have freedom, you can do just about anything. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. So whatever it is that you're feeling resentful about, this is just, I could not have spelled this out any more plain than it is. Ask Gabriel, call on Gabriel for help for that communication. What do you want to communicate, and with whom? Mercury retrograde goes through April the 25th, and there's a 2-week shadow period after that, which will take us into May. So you have plenty of time to think about this situation and to get your courage up, to love on yourself, to get those words ready for whatever it is that you want to communicate. And much love to you, Leo. Much love to you in doing that. I know how hard that can be. I understand how hard it can be. If it's a parent, a spouse, or, even a child, it can be so hard to communicate the things that we need to the people that we love the most, because we don't want to hurt them. But, resentment is only hurting you. And the more that you don't speak out, the longer you don't speak out, the more the resentment builds. So love on yourself and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. And you have the right to speak up for yourself and to love on yourself. Wow. Horseman, herald of change. Change is coming, Leo. Change is coming. That's pretty amazing. Good news comes with the horseman. Caution, herald of change. Need to change my lighting around a little bit. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This doesn't mean to become giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. The horseman cautions you not to allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. Be sure that there is substance to the news that you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms as you share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman when he shows up, for he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. That's a beautiful way to wrap up this reading for you, Leo. It's definitely time for change. And I feel, when this Mercury retrograde comes to a close, as we get into the middle of May, you'll definitely have a clarity about you that you're ready to move forward and have your freedom. So focus on loving yourself during this time, and just reflect and take a look at the people around you, and call on Archangel Gabriel to help you with that communication. Because herald of change, is coming. Horseman is indicating it's time for change, Leo. So good for you. I really hope that this reading has helped you. I hope it resonated with you. And I really thank you again so much for coming back to my channel. It means so much to me. And if you like this reading, please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Love and light.